Hello, my beautiful two-penners. This is your October directives recording. I've just uploaded a recording that covers October, what it means, the terrain we're all running through in October. And go ahead and have a listen to that. That's about 15 minutes in length, and you'll get the gist of what this is all about. And the tool that you guys have in your satchel to successfully navigate October is the number 3. So let's talk about that. 3 is an interesting, a little bit of a tricky number to navigate, as 2 is. You all have been in the 2 experience for the last 9 months, and for me, I have a 2 heart's desire number, and so I know this number well. It is incredibly sensitive. It is incredibly intuitive and psychic, and so is the number 3. And we're in a 10 frequency. That 0 energy has all the intuitive gifts on steroids. So, I'm gonna just tell you guys to sit up, have a listen, pay attention, because what I'm giving you is a tool. And that tool is going to help you successfully navigate some of the situations that you're going to be running into in October that are filled with potential and possibility. And for you, this is the number of expression, speaking in a way that it is in alignment with your heart and in alignment with the stuff that makes up you, the yumminess of you. I know we all can say, well, I'm not accepted, or I'm not accepted for everything that I am. Nobody really understands me. There's a lot of this can'ts. Can'ts. It's just like I'm thinking can't over and over again. And yet, is that necessarily true? And the answer is no, it's actually not. You can be who you are. And who you are is filled with joy. It's joy, straight up joy. Our spirit, this yummy essence of us, it's sitting here in this bag of bones right here, is from a place of universal inclusion and love and joy and acceptance and inspiration and creativity and all that kind of good stuff. It is the seat of our soul, where we are here to create and inspire others to do the same. So in the very core of you, the word isn't I can't. The word is I can. That feeling center. So how do you get there? How do you get there with all of this? I am overly stimulated and sensitive, and I can read the room and I can read the energy, and oh my gosh, I'm feeling it in my body. And I'm intuitive, and I'm getting pictures and stories in my head that this stuff I shouldn't be knowing, and what is going on? Well, you guys have had 9 months of stories rolling through your head and intuitive hits and finding out that it's correct, and figuring out how to deal with the sensitivity that's running through your body, and knowing where it comes from. All that kind of good stuff, right? Because people have traumatic experiences happen to them. They have difficult situations that they're working through, arguments, negotiations, heartbreaks, loss, all the while that they're trying to live their lives and show up. And so, gosh, we have different interactions all day, every day. With people who are doing their best to navigate their lives. And sometimes sometimes we don't do so well because it's an overload and it's a lot. And grace with humanity, grace with yourself. So you've gotten all comfy with all that, right? Let's just assume you're there. Good. You're there. Good. This is a little bit of a taste of next year's 12-month run marathon that you have. A little bit of a taste. And it is about speaking from the heart, speaking from the seat of your soul, which knows joy, which knows love, which knows, deep passion, deep passion for expressing yourself and expression of self. This is important. I wish the whole world could be doing this. Each person could be expressing their unique gift set and their ability set, so that it can be shared with others and celebrated. Ultimately, that's what it is. So every day, I want you to lean into this idea of what would today be like if I spoke from that truth, the truth. What would a day be like if I spoke from this truth, which is your unique expression, and how there is a deep desire to inspire others to do the same. It's uplifting, it's expansive, it's filled with joy and excitement and inspiration, and it is absolutely anchored in the very seat of who you are, your spiritual essence inside of this beautiful bag of bones that you've got here, right? That is the reason why we can create here. Yeah, so I could stop talking there and I could say, if you just do that, guys, if you just lean in, you're going to be surprised at how well things turn out in your life list. Relationships, work, personal aims and goals, self-esteem, self-value, just even starting to think, I am fabulous. I am absolutely wonderful. I matter. And I was just talking to the ones about your number 2. And that's what they have in their satchel as they run through this terrain of 10 frequency, which is all about creating something out of nothing, taking raw energy and moving it into matter. And you've got the spiritual gifts that are backing you, physical and internal strength and expression, talking, intuition and sensitivity. And I told them something that I'm going to tell you. One of the biggest helpful tools that I've used in my life is not leading with what I can't do. This is very, very helpful with 2 frequency, because 2 frequency can get overwhelmed, as you know, in a second, because it's so aware of what somebody wants from you, whether it's spoken or unspoken. And it happens in all of our relationships. This is how we communicate. Every society is different in how they communicate. Some are more obtrusive, or obtuse, actually. It's obtuse than others. But for the most part, we are in constant negotiating with one another and constant asking. And so the way to flip this art of diplomacy to frequency, which is the number of the twins, and feeling and knowing that I matter and so do you, another human being, is to lead with what you can do and leave the can't list insinuated. Don't say it. Lead and speak expression with what you can do. And by default, what that takes care of is the need to, you don't need to speak what you can't do. Here's what I can do for you. Here's what I can do for you. I can do this for you, and be very specific about it. And the other thing that is connected to that is a deep awareness that, no, I think I'm good with that. And if there's clarification, it will be asked. You don't need to clarify. What can you do? What can you do? Speak what you can do. The can't list will take care of itself. And for the most part, we often, most of the time, lead with what we can't do in conversation with people. Have a think. Just have a think about that. So the emancipated version of the three is what I told you. Now, if, and very much like the one frequency, like I was talking, I'm not too sure who I was talking to who had the one frequency. I know we've all had it at some point here, but there, energy of 1 and 3, it has to go somewhere. And if you don't do anything with it, it's still going to go somewhere. And that means it's going to produce something. And you want to be up to speed with what you're creating, what you're producing, how you're speaking, and what you're speaking about. This is your frequency for this month that is going to produce you getting over the finish line of these 31 days and really being excited about it, excited about what your life looks like in 31 days. I say this all the time. It's not that we can't tap into these frequencies anytime we want. It seems that we collectively, as a body of spiritual beings having a human experience, we go through these cycles collectively together. And in that way, we are never separated. We are one big family, and we're evolving and we're growing as we go, which is gorgeous and beautiful, and helps us in our community state, wherever we are, to know and to remember that I have brothers and sisters all around this planet, yeah, who are doing the best, hopefully, with what they got. And so, I just park it right there. Okay, this is a snapshot for what's going to start for you in January of 2025 and run for 12 months is this ability to express yourself with incredible sensitivity that backs it. And sensitivity is connected to our heart chakra and to the essence of the core essence of who we actually are. So, little taste, you guys. November is an 11 month, and that has its own magic zhuzh to it. December is a 12 month, a 1, 2, 3 month. I'll be talking about that. That sequence is nothing short of miraculous. And then you just move into January, which is a 1 month, right, of 2025. So we're in this surge right now that we want to take advantage of, and we want to lean into, we want to show up for, we want to be consciously proactive about this, not passive about this. Don't let life happen to you. Get in there and commit to this idea of what can you do. That's just a little side extra note for you twos out there. As a way to activate your throat chakra, that is in alignment with this really happy joy. Oh my God. I know 3s that are my personal dear friends, and their life path is 3, or it's 33, or it's 30. And wow, when they get into that zone and they feel secure in self, there's nothing like being around that energy, because it inspires me to no end. And I have never laughed so hard in my life in those moments. Laughter is good. It's good for the soul. All right. The flip side of this 3 is not trusting your connection. I know I don't even want to say this because it feels so good, but I just have to give you guys a warning of what it looks like. It looks like sarcasm. It looks like judgment. It looks disempowered, and incredibly judgmental and of other people, and not trusting situations and falling into isolation, honestly. Which is, it's hard. It's hard on my heart to even say this, because it hurts. I mean, you know, if you catch yourself going there and you find that you are falling into the bitterness aspect, it means that you're not trusting and in alignment with your spiritual essence inside of you, which is gorgeous and absolutely delicious on every single front. And the world is missing out on that beautiful expression of who you are. You know, it's for the greatest good of you, and it's for the greatest good for everybody else. So when you just say, whoa, 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 I gotta wait, hold on. I'm going into a place that I don't feel safe, and I don't feel like it's safe for me to be seen, and now I'm protecting myself, and I'm not gonna feel, and I'm not going to, you know, I'm gonna just, you know, shut down like this. That impacts what you're saying and how you're saying it, and who you're talking to and how you're talking to them. And you go into paranoia. So that's, you know, what I do, if that's that little, you know, uni starts to come in, I'm in tight partnership with my mental field. I call her Kate, and I say, Kate, come on, really? No, we're not doing this. More than likely, there could be somebody in the room that is suffering from that dis-ease, and it's not you at all. And if there's something that triggered you in your life because you had a conversation with somebody that triggered that, is it really true across the board in your life, right? And the answer is, yeah, probably not. Probably not. It's probably not true. So, guys, I've gone a little bit too long. Listen, I am not going to be touching base in the middle of the month, because that's just not seeming to fit into my schedule. But do hit the subscribe button and the like button. And any questions or comments that you have, pop them right here in this video, and I will have a chat with you and conversation with you. And if you need to connect with me, I'm over at 12listen.com. That link is right there on the homepage. And I work as an intuitive full-time and as a healer. All right, kids, I'm one of your biggest fans. Listen, go for it. Tackle that beautiful 10 terrain with the 3 energy, cooking with conscious daily gas. All right, just front load that, and I promise you, you won't be disappointed. Hugs. I'll talk to you next month.